Shablam Death Drop, or the correct name is Este. Today, we're going to clarify where these terms come from, what the original name was for this step, and we're going to learn the basics of how to do it. Hola amigos, amigas, amigues, yo soy Abby Abismal. Thank you for being here in these beginners voguing classes and welcome to everyone.
No me da, yo con el pelo suelto. ¿Qué pasa?
The true origin, Shawam, at balls, dance competitions, musical commentators performing rapid-fire vocal rhythms known as commentation. An MC named Jack Mizrahi in the actual moment. En la actualidad, Jack Mizrahi used the word Shawam at the exact moment of a fall. Then, Shablam is a phonetic distortion. Many spectators and people unfamiliar with the original culture misheard the word Shawam or the word Islam and ended up calling it Shablam. A term that became erroneously popular. The term death drop arose from the appropriation of this move by the general public and the media. The television show RuPaul's Drag Race helped to popularize this name worldwide to refer to the dramatic movement of falling backward into a split position. For the traditional ballroom community, using the term dip is the correct and respectful way to honor the roots of this art. But why is it called dip? Dip is an acrostic. Its meaning is dropping pose or descend into the pose. And that is the fourth element we will look at, which is part of the 5 elements of Vogue femme, spin and dip. If you have seen my OldWay Vogue video series, you might notice that the elements of these 2 branches of Vogue, Vogue femme and OldWay Vogue, have their similarities, and this element is no exception. However, in OldWay Vogue, we have different variation of this element, dip or spin and dip. Now, let's get to practice. Please don't forget, leave your comment, follow me, subscribe to the channel, and if you want, you can share with your friends and give me a like. That is the only way that you can support me and I can continue creating this content. Remember that if you want me to see you doing this type of exercises, you can tag me on Instagram stories. You can find me as Abby Abismal in all my social medias. I want to see you doing these exercises and I can give you, if you want, my advices. The first thing we'll do is understand how to train the back arc that should be created when doing a dip. I'm going to lie on the floor with my knees bent, simulating a spring that, when extended, pulls my back in arc. I'll do this 10 times, trying to lift my head off the floor. Perfect. No tan perfect, pero pues, tú sabes. With my legs extended, I'm going to contract my abdominal muscles, bringing my back, while my hands slide backward, aiming for a diagonal line. I'm going to do this 10 times, trying to lift my head off the floor, out of the floor. The purpose of the arms is to act as the anchor. For this movement, the arms can be at your sides or diagonal, but the goal is to allow them to control the movement of your upper body and create the arc again, this time while descending. Repeat this 10 times and we will continue trying to keep the crown of our head off but close to the ground. Now let's get on with the dip. We're going to repeat the previous exercise, but this time we're going to bend the supporting leg. I'm going to show you. But first, we'll do this 5 times for each leg. So from here, I'm going to bend this leg, and then I'm going to do the previous exercise. I'm going to go back, and my arms look the best place to stay, and then boom. And repeat 4 more times. 2 and 3, 4 and 5. Now we are going to prove it with the other leg. So from here we are going to bend this leg, this knee, and then we are going to look with our arms the best place to stay, and then boom. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Final exercise, but this exercise is going to be for your home, like homework. You are going to listen the hat dance, the first beat ever made for both femme, created around 1990. You are going to try to do a dip every time the ha sounds, okay? Or the crash. You can listen 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you are going to try to do the dip every time that the sound appears. So just because it's the first class about Vogue Femme that you are doing maybe, so we are going to do the last exercise with your knee bent, and you are going to do the exercise with the music. Remember that the ha or the crash every time sound in the 4th or 8th count. So you have 8 counts to do the dip, or every 4 counts you can do it. Remember that you go as your rhythm and as your body needs. So not pressure, not rush, please, because it's a very difficult movement and you can hit your head, so try to be careful with this movement, please. Remember that you can use 2 knee pads just to be more careful if you need it. And the final phase is stretching. Don't forget that I have videos about it, full body stretching. And that's it. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you for choosing me as your teacher. If you want me to see you doing these exercises or the last one, you can tag me in your Instagram stories. And that's it. Remember that this is from ballroom culture. If you like this content, leave your comment, share, and give me a like. And remember that in my other social media, you can find me as Abia Bisman, as always. I hope to see you in my next lesson. Kisses and hugs. Bye.